Okay, Dejan, Dan, great to meet again. I will record this so you can follow what I'm doing. I told you I'm gonna show you. Um, so this is your account that, of course, I have special privileges to work into for the demo and to help you, like our customer support has as well. And yeah, you have a very high risk judging on this with your current disavow file, and it's outdated because I clicked around a little bit before I actually shot this. We need to recalculate later when we're done. But now we got all the data in there. We got Search Console connected, which is great. And I think it's important to understand that everything above 1,000 here means you have a penalty, which you actually have. You have a manual action on this. So what I see when I work through these issues is high priority of issues to fix. Spam from the globe is the most common scraper spam footprint, and you can always click on review here. You will see some really bad links in here that are disavowed, need to be disavowed on a regular basis. These show undisavowed because that was the first button that I clicked before I realized that I actually want to record this for you. So I did this. I click on the domain level and then these are gone. After reload, these issues, this issue will disappear. Now, the second one is a lot more interesting. Very high risk links with unavailable status. If you have toxic links and they point to your site, they did point to your site, but are now on the source domain not connected or have crawl problems, then Google keeps that toxic signal in there and doesn't take it away. It cannot verify that it goes away. So when we look at this, we see a lot of crap. And these crap links that we see here, we only see because we are link research tools. And every other link database, these links are being called deleted, which they kind of are, because if you click on them, you don't see a result, but that doesn't mean they are gone, especially not for Google. So Google keeps toxic links in the system, like all the links. You hear this as link shadow effects or link echoes and stuff like that. In general, you cannot simply assume just because a website is down for a short time, maybe, that these links are causing you that these links are gone. But these links are causing you the most problems, and this is a known negative SEO pattern. I would, without looking any further right now, disavow them all, because you can always undisavow. So we're just disavowing 3,100 domains that you did not see before, that nobody saw before. And of course, Google will say, yeah, these are not a problem, blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you that these unverified or unavailable links are the secret to the success of Link Detox, how we get rid of manual actions really, really fast. The issue is simply that they are in the system, as I heard from Google internal people, and that doesn't go away so fast. Links with very high risk found are those that have a lot of toxicity in it, have a very high link detox risk in general. But as you can see, all these domains, if we look at the domain level, all look like scraper spam, and some of them look okay and serious. And I would simply go through these thousands of domains and check some. And you see, there are some with a higher risk. For example, e-consultancy here has a high trust, and they are a typically false negative or false toxicity that we see quite a lot. And I'm looking into this, and this is a typical case where you say, yeah, this is legit. This is a blog post where I got featured. They redirected their stuff at some point, so this link is actually gone. But it might come back. But this is a good opportunity to actually, say, this is a link that I want to look at later. Or this is just okay. So with the rating here, you can train the system also for the whole domain. I would suggest in this case, before we go through this on a more detailed level, look at the other issues that we have. So money keywords on weak domains, links from private blog networks, maybe good links that were disavowed already. Let me review that. 3 of them. Well, the globe is certainly not good. Come on. SEO monitor? No, SE monitor. You decide. I put a question mark here and it will show up later. I leave this disavowed as it is because you probably had a reason for that. And unsure links. Yeah, this is where the one link that I just put a question mark in is there. High risk links to broken pages. Well, you do have broken pages and you have links to them. And before you start fixing your website, I suggest that you go disavow all this crap, because if you fix your website, maybe you just did that in the last couple days or weeks, then you suddenly, well, fix links, but fix links that you actually do not want to fix. So I'm going to do this just in bulk here. And I'm going to do a double check on the disavow about me / dot. Aha, 1,000. That's edgy. That's edgy. Might be some spam comment here. Let's say we're gonna make the aggressive ones. I just take the really high ones. So actually, I'm gonna do a greater than 1,500. So keep in mind, we can always undo this. So here's more stuff. Well, what's the block? This one in a paragraph. Classifying this as other. Let's have a look what's going on. Huh. Well, that actually looks like a mention that is legit. Mention and a link from a great domain, from a page that has power trust. But there has been a lot of spam, blog spam on Blog HubSpot. This is the typical case where you give it a thumbs up. After the recalculation, this will be fine because we just did a review, and so this link is okay. And let's look at some other high-profile domains that we have found. Webs and business. Okay, so we improve our filter. We say that everything that has trust, source domain trust, that is greater than 4 is less than or equal than 4. So, Hey, user profile on an edu. Hey, and you got a subdomain that you actually 543ing now. See, this is an interesting case where a link can also not be verified, but the source page seems to fault after a redirect, the target page as well. So what should Google do? This is a link that appeared 5 years ago, so it's probably been around for a long time. And just because the target now is an error doesn't mean it gets deleted immediately. There are different opinions on this, but our experience shows that if you go and disavow stuff like that, it actually helps a lot. So this is what I'm doing now. I'm gonna disavow this on a domain level, and we can always undisavow later on. But first, I want to make sure that we get rid of that manual action link profile. So we're looking further. There's a lot of stuff. Strong no follow links. Well, you can review them later because you might want to, um, convert them into good links. High risk links with unavailable status. We got some more. Hey, these just came in. See the source HTTP code. Uh-huh. And the disavow. Yeah, so it's the same stuff that we just did. They just came in. See, this is how the web works. You're not done with the disavow. And this is how the new system was built, that you keep on going. And of course, you do this in one go once, and then you get notifications like here when there is new stuff to do. Find and retrain probably false high risk links. Let me review what we see here. Aha. See, we got a little bit, a little set of links that we need to give. Use this cool tool from Dejan. Yeah, so here's HubSpot again. SMX, Munich, recap and takeaways. The slides. Okay, this is a German post. Okay, this is good. E-consultancy again. Didn't I just... Oh no, that's probably a different link. You see, these are just a couple ones where I see that... Oh, Unbounce, link earning. This. At least this is not a money link. Oh, blog buffer app. Comprehensive study. That page has 800 backlinks. Don't disavow. No. Oh, and this is my friend Martin from Germany. So here we go. We give all of them a top rating. That means in your account for your domain, these links are now not marked as risk anymore. So, did you see how the bulk actions for rating just worked? So, and what we do next is, please note that this is not recalculated live. Yeah, so we go through this and redirect chains on the source page. Unaudited links, potentially low risk, false low risk. Let's look at those. Burada, what is that? So, we'll have a filter here for all of these. And if I just want to look at the anchor text of those, this is what I see. And you could say, okay, these are all my brand names, and that's all fine. By the risk, they are all average. Okay, green, yellow, that's not super, super nasty. So I would not worry right now because these are links with less than 500. However, if you have some false positives in here, then we want to know. So checking the domains. A lot of people just look at, they look at a domain and they see immediately if it's spam. I cannot confirm that I'm able to do that, but if you can, and you say, fix my VP, I have no idea. But if you can, if you say this is spam here, for example, you give it a thumbs down and you disavow, and then it's all good. But yeah, I'm not convinced that this is how you can do it, especially not if you go through 2000 results. These URLs here are funny though. Link list. Sean's links with the binary. I'm guessing this is a binary number for his birth year or something like that. No, it's too long. his full birth year, month and day, new binary, something like that. Okay, Google Plus pushes ads. That's an old link. Looks like a legit blog, like a personal blog. All right. Rise of the robots. Jobs refuse to connect. Okay. Let's look around some more. With this host power trust, the power trust on a host level, we can see that there's 55% of those links that are maybe false positives have no domain trust at all. And that's not good. So we just added our filter. The domains that we get listed here are not 2000 but 656. So it's still some serious number of domains. I think originally you had 200, now 700. So I'm gonna disavow all of them. You know what Metcalfe said? Use a machete and not a scalpel for your disavows, and this is exactly what I'm doing here. And we're applying the action, calculating. We could have some funny animations here, but it's too fast to spend time thinking about it. Of course, Link Detox was always, um, not just spelled out, but it had these funky rules. So when you say money keywords on a domain, we have a keyword classification, but we also have these still around. SUSP1. Now these are the rules that everyone copied. SUSP31 is anchor text placement looks suspicious. So these are let's say, the simple rules. So let's put a filter here where I say I want everything with power trust on the page level. Source page power trust less or equal than 4. Less than 4, 0 to 3. And not the keyword classification, and also not this group, but I would say just as suspicious 31, which, is anchor text placement looks suspicious. Applying this. This is a very simple filter, so we did not yet create an issue for that. But you see, from all your pages, it's a third. And the anchor text here, look nasty. And actually, one of them looks especially nasty. What's going on with SEO? Look at this. And I know you got SEO everywhere. The anchor text is filtered by contains, but I'm going to make this an exact match equals SEO. And this, my friend, looks really, really, really account Sydney, Australia, uncategorized. Nasty. Let's see if there are some good ones. There is a lot of links that are actually not failing now. Link on a source URL is missing right now in the recrawl. There's a lot of links that maybe were there but were deleted. Does not mean that these links were recrawled. So also, if you had a toxic link and Google had crawled the toxic links, what do you think they do with URLs like one hot party slash jazz cafe Ontario? That's some typical scraper spam, and it even links to a slash index that you had and you redirected it twice. And now, see, this is another one. That is unverified, that is giving a network error. This is a link that the others call deleted. And so, in theory, you wouldn't even see them. But because we keep the history of all of that stuff to allow for disavows, we're gonna disavow these 1700, 1800 domains. Here we go. And yeah, I think we got a pretty decent set of disavows already. Let's say I want to have another one. I'll show you another filter, what you could do. So you don't have to rely on all the issues that we have. When we have a link type, those link directories. Sorry, not the link type. Those were all the different, the site platform, link directory. And I want to have a risk, let's say the higher risk ones, high and maybe above average. Let's see what we get back. Oh, there's a couple disavowed ones here already. So we're excluding those. Disavow is empty, right? So we only have 42 left. Best of the web, Joe, and all of these are high risk ones. And goo guides. Yeah, Scaffy. I remember them from 20 years ago. All of them go disavow on root domain. Here we go. Okay, please note I did not yet look at all of the links, but you got a decent set of disavows already. And that is what I would do a final check with now. If we have a rule, detox rules, my most toxic ones, and the disavow is not yet done with those, and they are hopefully good. There are still 3,700 that trigger these and are not disavowed. Some of them are called good. So rating is empty too. So I want to see those that are, rating is not one of good. Yeah, okay. PageRank analyzer scored. Oh, here's some good Kaiser SH. That one I would give a thumbs up. See, there's still some stuff in here, like Majestic, for example. Some scrape. I think this is some indexed, indexed result pages. I would go through the referring domains here, and then spend some time before you do further nasty disavows. Link arena. Okay, that's nasty. You don't want Russian links, right? Escapist magazine. So these, I all give a thumbs up. So, and this filter, I would save, review later, tox 1, 2, 3. Because then you can always come back to this. Or, you can just share this URL with anyone that has access to your account, and then you're exactly where you were left behind, and where you left it. So with this, I'm gonna click on recalculate detox risk, and it's gonna be really low, and then I'm gonna export your new disavow file, which I think will be a lot